5, go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Maya, and I am the DM for Web of Lies, our second Modern Verse game on the Plastered Dragon channel. We're really excited. This is the premiere for this show. Um, and we are very, very excited today because we just hit affiliate. And this is our first big stream since we became affiliates. And so we have decided to do a giveaway. So if you would like to type into the chat the word shopping, that is going to be our code word. Please enter it only once, otherwise you will be disqualified. You could win a brand new set of Chessex Gemini blue gold white dice. If Brian's holding them up because he's the one who has them. They're amazing, and I'm sure they have awesome luck. We haven't let Firehawk within the same state as them, so they should be good to go. So yeah, type into the chat shopping. That's going to be our code word once you get the go ahead from Nightbot, and we will be doing that drawing at the break.
And
what else is there?
They have to be in the chat when the drawing is done.
Yes. Don't leave and expect to win because you will not. So the past 5 days or so, we've been releasing playlists made by each of our players to help you get to know the characters a little bit better. But we'll pretend that you haven't actually listened to those. And so we will let them, you also have to be 13 or over to win. And in the United States, we're not going to do international shipping because we don't have that kind of money. Anyways, back to the game. But, pretending that you haven't listened to every single one of these playlists, let's have our wonderful players introduce their characters and say a brief couple sentences about who they are so you can get to know them. We'll start with Firehawk.
Hey, I'm Firehawk. I am playing Carmen Lopez. I am a human monk. And Carmen doesn't take crap from anyone.
All right. Brywai, the Plastered Dragon.
I am playing Jonathan Moonspeaker. I am a druid. I am the moderating voice of reason in this group of chaos.
All right, Kazuki.
Hi, I'm Kizuki, and I'm playing Sarah Adams, a rogue swashbuckler, and I've been frozen for 6 years.
So that's a fun transition. Atavistics.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Atavistic. I will be playing Jonas Madsen, a human warlock, and he's the no-nonsense monster hunter, fire-wielding madman. Not madman, but we'll get there.
And last but certainly not least, our super duper extra Jackwalk.
Hi, I'm Jackwalk. I play Kenny Brown, the half-orc College of Glamour bard, who is very extra and loves to give Carmen crap.
It's a pretty good explanation. So, to recap, when last we left our heroes, they had received a mysterious offer from a UA that gave them a job at the Plastered Dragon. This job was to investigate disappearances going on near the tidal basin around the Cherry Blossom Festival. In their investigations, they found some awakened trees at the FDR Memorial. Continuing on, they found links to the MLK Memorial, where they found a secret underground lair where they killed a drow priestess. Continuing on, they left one of their companions, Signy, a Norse cleric, behind as they continued to travel underneath the catacombs beneath Washington, D.C. Throughout their journeys underneath, they found Sarah, a rogue that had been frozen for the past 6 years. She had been caught by another person, an Allison Older, during her investigation of that woman's initial Senate run. When they decided to turn back, they found that Signy had been taken. Going back to Jonathan's apartment to regroup, they decided that their best course of action was to continue to investigate Allison Older and her House of Representatives bid, as she is currently a representative, by breaking into her offices. With a plan in motion, they were last seen setting up. So, what are going to be your first moves?
That is an excellent question. So
So
we
we've-
decided that we were gonna infiltrate her office, right?
Right.
Everybody?
And I think I made some cards, or I don't know, some identity for us to get in
Yes. So
undercover.
you were taking a couple of days. Two of you were going to try to make fake identities as interns. The other two were going to be disguising yourselves as janitors. And Jonathan was going to be doing his wild shape thing as a bug or a mouse or something. Right?
I think that sounds right. I was going to be a janitor. Jonas was going to be a janitor. And then, like, Jonathan, if you want to hitch a ride with us, one of us in our cart, on our person, whatever.
Sure. I can hitch a ride. I got this idea. I was at a cannoli shop. I just got this idea to be a cockroach. I don't know why, but it just seemed like the thing to do.
Seems legit.
Definitely won't go wrong. So you took to get all of your papers in order, to research, to do a little bit of research. You discovered that, let me flip to the right page in my notes. You discovered that Allison Older's offices were in the Longworth office building, one of 3 office buildings that representatives normally reside in. It's like right across the street from the Capitol building, so it kind of makes sense geographically. And before you go, during those 4 days, did you want to go shopping?
Yes.
And
We called this the shopping episode, so I feel like we should.
No, I do not want to go shopping.
Not at all. That's not the point of today. Okay, so are you going all together? Or
I think so.
okay. For magic items, the best place to go is Seamus's shop, who is a friend of Jonathan's, and you went to before.
I can't lead the way. I don't fucking know where we are.
Say, Jonathan, you're gonna have to lead us there. I'm also not from this area. I don't remember where he's from. I don't remember how to get to his place.
I probably do, don't I?
Yeah, no, he's actually like right down the alley from you, because it's kind of like the back alley where most of the people who work in the magical community live and work together. And you're very good. You're on good speaking terms with Seamus. So you all walk in, and he greets you, and he goes, "Jonathan, it's been so long."
Seamus, it is good to see you.
Has
How are
it
the
been,
herbs?
like 3 days?
How are the herbs working out for you?
Oh, they are working great. They fixed my back up. Oh, it's awesome.
I am glad to hear it. I have brought some friends with me. Carmen, Jonas, Sarah, and Kenny. This is Seamus.
I remember 3 of your friends. What happened to the blondie?
That is a sensitive subject.
Say no more.
She has gone missing, and we are endeavoring to find her.
You said more. Okay. Well, what are you looking for today? Need me to identify another object?
Not at the moment, I do not believe. Do we have anything that that Seamus could identify? We didn't actually get anything from there that was worth.
No, there wasn't anything in the underground tunnels.
I'm looking for something that I think is going to help us, since we are missing someone. She was kind of the person that patched us all up when we were done after a fight, and I was hoping there might be something that you have that could do the same thing that one of us could use.
Well, I mean, if you're looking for potions, Jonathan's shop is where you would go. So I'd
I'm
assume
not
he would
looking
have.
for potions. I was hoping for something that could be used either from like a distance or something that can be used more than once. Something that's not just one and done.
That would make sense. Hmm. Let's see. I've got an amulet of health.
I do not think that would work for more than one person.
Yeah.
I mean, most of my items are genuinely designed to only be used by one person. That's kind of the way this tends to work.
I understand.
You don't have like a wand I can just point at them and poof, their wounds go away.
You do
I
not have
mean,
healing spells?
I have a wand that will make poof wounds reappear.
Just
That is the opposite of what we are looking for, Seamus.
Right. Wounds disappear. I only have single person items. I have a periapt of health and an amulet of health.
Could you be able to make something that would help everyone?
I could, but it would take you quite a bit of time, and it would not be cheap.
I have healing potions I can distribute to the group.
That would probably be cheaper.
probably just. Do you have anything else, Seamus? Anything just of interest? I mean, I'm already here. Might as well see if there's anything I could upgrade.
Do you have anything that might help with investigations? Observation, perhaps?
Well, I have. Well, I have an amulet of proof against detection and location, which would help if people are after you during this investigation, you from being found by them. I also have some boots of elven kind, straight from the Feywilds. Those would also be very helpful in keeping you from being seen while you're sneaking around. Would either of those interest you?
I do not think that I need the boots, as I am generally, when stealthy, in an animal form.
I don't really tend to hide too much. I'm kind of the exact opposite. I like to be seen, and most of the
Yes,
time, if I
we
want
know.
to go unnoticed,
We've noticed.
I just turn into Carmen, and then no one knows who I am.
How much for the boots?
The boots? The boots will be, I'll say, 1,000.
Okay. And would you perhaps have a hat like the one Kenny has, but not like the one Kenny has?
He's got glasses, and one of them has one of those little like steampunky extra lenses. And a hat of disguise. I do have one, not as if that's all right.
Yeah, no, I don't want like that.
Oh, perfect. Yes, I have one, and he leads you over, and there's he's got 3 different hats of disguise. They're one of the more common items, and he wears like one beanie, one that's like a baseball cap, and one that's just like a headband. And he says any of these would be good. They're all the same price, 1,250. If that's a little bit out of your price range, for 950, I can sell you the hoodie of Steve. And he shows you to like a very nondescript gray hoodie.
Not the
What
hoodie
is
of
this?
Steve.
What is this hoodie of Steve?
I'm glad you asked. The hoodie of Steve is it's a artifact of my own making. It's like a hat of disguise, but it comes with a pre-made disguise. It's the only disguise it can do. It turns you into a nondescript white man named Steve.
That doesn't sound appealing at all.
No.
That's fine, but it is significantly cheaper if you don't have the money for a full hat of disguise.
You said 1,250?
Yes, the hats are 1,250. The hoodie of Steve would be 950.
Yeah,
I think that the hat is probably a better value.
it definitely, but still pretty pricey.
Well, it's a good thing we got a famous country star with us, right?
And that's when he don't talk.
Yeah. Kenny, are you all right? Someone pointed out that we had a famous country star with us, and yet you did not say anything. Are you unwell?
Sorry. I'm a little tired today. I was up late last night making your janitor costumes. I didn't get very much sleep.
Ah, yes, I understand.
Happens to the best of us.
So you could be kind and loan Sarah some money so that she could get one of these hats.
Oh, how much do you need?
Well, I can use I can give $1,000, but if I give too much, I will be a little bit short for the rest.
That's fine. That's fine. Just I'll pay for it. Just in return, buy my album.
Seems legit.
She has,
All right.
after all, been frozen for 6 years.
That's fine. And Kenny says, put whatever hat you want on the counter. There's something else I wanted to ask about.
Yes.
That I was thinking, and then he'll pull out his guitar.
Mm-hmm.
So as you probably know, this is what they've called the instrument of the bards.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking to see if you had something similar to this, another one maybe, that might have a little bit of some different spells within it.
Out of character, which instrument of the bards do you currently have?
I have the back hermit Saturn. It's the one that has bark skin, cure wounds, and fog cloud.
Okay. He pulls out one that he pulls out the one that's the Faklocken Bandor, but it looks like a ukulele in this world. And he says, I have this instrument of the bards. This is the only one I currently have in stock. I would be willing to look into researching a new one, but again, research and custom orders are a little bit pricier.
It's fine then. I was just wondering if you already had one in stock that was a little bit different. But I mean, just tell me, what does this one do? Like, what kind of magic stored in it?
This one has some of the same spells that your guitar would have, but it also has Entangle, fairy fire, shillelagh, and speak with animals.
Mm. Nah, I think I'm good. I'll keep the one I have. But thanks. I was just I'm trying to, since we don't have anything that can really help with healing. I was trying to work in the reverse and see if there's something you have that deals a lot more damage. Because if I can kill whatever's attacking us before it attacks us, then we don't need to heal.
That would be very nice, but unfortunately, I do not have it.
Well, Seamus, I thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your patronage.
Indeed.
You're welcome.
Would you like any more items? I have, if we were talking about wands, I have this, and he pulls out a wand. And Carmen, I would like you to make a charisma saving throw.
Really?
Yeah.
11.
That's actually enough. It's a very low DC. So he waves the wand and nothing happens, and he goes, must not be working. This normally causes someone to smile. He puts it down.
I see.
I mean, I'll need a wand to make people smile.
No, you do not. Kenny Black. Any other
Brown.
items?
At that, I actually do start laughing. Hey, you got anything for somebody who doesn't like to use weapons? You know, somebody that just likes to punch people.
I mean, would you like something to boost your defenses?
Sure.
Because I could give you bracers of defense.
I've already got some of those, and I show these little bracelets that I've got on.
Then never mind. I also have a brooch of shielding, which
does that do?
would give you resistance to force damage, and you have immunity to the magic missile spell.
How much?
That would be 1,300.
Ouch.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. So you can mark off $1,300 and get a brooch of shielding.
And does she need time to commune with this item in order to understand its properties?
Yes, everyone who's getting magic items will need to attune to them.
I will stick with my potions.
Okay. Anything else on this wonderful shopping trip?
Well, yes. I mean, you kind of already know our situation that we're missing someone, and obviously we've been unable to get in contact with them through the normal means of phone calls and things like that. But I was thinking, magic can do an awful lot of stuff. Is there something that could communicate with people that you don't know where they're at? Either, like, I don't know, not necessarily, like, spy on them, but even just, like, get across.
Yeah, it's called a cell phone.
A cell phone's not going to work with
He
Signy. They
means
obviously,
magical.
yeah.
Well, I have a I have a crystal ball of telepathy, but that is one of the nicest items in my entire store, and it would be a little bit on the pricier side for you.
How much is pricier?
On the realm of $50,000.
That is pricier.
That is a lot.
Yes, yes, it is. That's
It is my biggest item in the store.
Oh, come on, Country Star. You can afford that, right?
no. I just spent $50,000 at college.
You what?
I spent over $50,000 at college.
What kind of college did you go to become this musician that you are?
The University of Texas.
I think you
Oh.
may have been taken, my friend.
Yeah, I thought you had a more of a Justin Bieber type of story where somebody found you on the street or something.
No, no, I got a degree. I have a bachelor's of performance.
That seems like a waste of money.
Can you trade it
Wow.
in for a crystal ball?
No.
Wait,
At this entire conversation, Carmen is just laughing.
you are a bard. Do you not know the spell sending?
No. Why would I need that? I never thought someone was going to get captured. I just called them with a cell phone.
I see.
I mean, I could probably spend some time and learn it. Can't be that difficult.
Perhaps we could visit one of the guilds or temples and see if we could hire someone to do a sending for us.
I mean, what about Signy's guild? I'm sure I know they're looking for her.
I do not think that they would be interested in helping us find her.
Kenny, you were there with me when I talked to her uncle. Do you really think that he's going to help us?
Regardless of what happens, family's family, and if someone's willing to help you, should probably take it, especially when they have more information about what happened. Then
No, they really don't want anything to do with me. They just, no. They're not going to help us.
What a person should do.
I'm not even supposed to be looking for her.
Jonas, do you have any contacts that might have priestly magics?
I mean, back in my hunter's lodge, we had people who could use magic and stuff, but I mean they're based out of Philadelphia. I was basically sent here to DC to set up another charter. I'm really the only one.
Kenny,
yes.
how much can you make by making a concert?
Well, so normally after paying for the venue and depending on ticket sales and merchandise sales, around $1,250 is normally what I end up getting paid.
So you're not a very good country star.
I am the best up and coming gay country star.
That does not seem to be a crowded field.
Shouldn't you be making more than $1,000?
I mean, what do you do? How much do you make?
That's not the question here.
She didn't go to college for her job.
Well, listen, I went to college because there was the thing to do, and that's the only way I could get my uncle's money anyways, is he set all that aside for me to go, so why would I not take it and go?
Whatever.
So it was given to you. Gotcha.
I mean, the $50,000 was for me to go to college, yes. Is it not normal for your family to set up some bank account early to help afford that?
I wouldn't know.
We're getting sidetracked. So we have
Indeed.
a poor cowboy singer, a girl who's 6 years in the past. I think we wasted enough time with Seamus here.
I appreciate your consideration for my time, but honestly, this is the most interesting thing to happen to me all day, so you can carry on your argument. It's totally fine.
No, I think we're done here.
Yes, I think so as well, Seamus. I think
Well, then, if
perhaps
that's all, it was a pleasure doing business with you all.
you have yourself a very good day, Seamus. I will check in on you later.
And you as well.
So can I take the hat?
Yeah,
Kenny?
you can take either the headband, the beanie, or the baseball cap.
The beanie is fine.
Okay.
The beanie.
Yeah,
of
and I'll just
disguise.
I'll walk up and pay for it. I'll just take out my debit card, swipe it.
Yeah. All right.
Because, of
Mm,
course,
that goes
in a
to-
magic shop, there's a debit card machine. I'm sure the electronics love all the magic items.
Yes.
He's
No.
got like a really old one.
Now, Seamus, I did have one question for you.
Oh, yes.
Are you the only magic shop in the area?
Yes. Yes, I am. I am the only magic shop in the area.
I'd like to insight check that one.
I would like to do that too.
Go for it.
It's a total of 20.
He's not going to tell you about his competition. He's lying out his ass.
Well, being the only magic shop around here, I'm sure you've had a large number of high-profile customers. Any chance Allison Older has been in here?
No, I can't say I recognize that name.
Insight check again.
Yeah, go for it.
Do we still have that picture?
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
We
Yeah, I'll say you probably were smart enough to nab it.
Who has that?
That's up to you.
anyone but Kenny.
Well,
Well,
this
it
is what she
probably
looks
isn't me.
like. Kenny just remembers what she looks like and just transforms into her real quick with using the hat of disguise.
Yeah, okay.
She
Sure.
looks like this. Do you recognize this face?
And I got a 25 on my insight check.
So he does not. There's a spark of recognition in the name, but he's not lying.
Interesting.
And there's no recognition at the face.
All right. Kenny will go back to his normal self, his normal disguise.
Well, again, Seamus, thanks for your time. I think it's best we head out.
I agree.
Oh,
Before
no, go for it. Before what?
before leaving the store, I just want to try the hat, so I'm gonna change into Kenny.
It works. Now there are two of Kenny.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
exactly what we
they
needed.
need.
That is really cool.
Sarah, please stop.
No,
Okay.
don't. It's great. It's great.
I'm gonna drop it and change into Carmen. Is that better?
No, it's really not.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna drop everything.
It's so creepy watching you people change faces like that.
I mean, it's not that creepy. It's just an illusion.
Yeah,
not
it's creepy. It's creepy.
Oh, it's funny.
See,
Sure.
she gets it.
Whatever you say.
All right, shall we go and see if we can find someone who could do ascending for us?
You think the Placid Dragon? You think they do stuff like that? I mean, I've never heard of them doing stuff like that, but they might know someone who does. What's his name? That bartender?
Brad?
Brad. Him.
Brandon.
We could go and check with Brandon.
Yeah.
That seems a good idea.
He knows the magic. I mean, he knows all the magical people around here. He probably knows someone that's willing to do it for us, even probably for a little bit of money, but that's fine.
All right, let us go there.
All right, so you go to the plastered dragon, and this has never happened to you before, but there's a closed sign on the door. You're used to
Okay,
the
that's
plastered,
weird.
You're used to the plastered dragon being open every single day of the year. Christmas, New Year's, Hanukkah, it's always open.
Wow, even Hanukkah.
Almost
Huh?
20, I know, even Hanukkah. 24 hours a day almost.
Is
It's like a Waffle House.
Is the door locked?
Yeah, the door is locked.
Do you want me to try and open it?
No.
Can we try looking for a back entrance before we try opening anything?
Probably gonna try to break in. This is. I don't know if you remember. This is kind of neutral ground, and anything you do here that's illegal would really piss off the plastic dragon, and they're not someone you want to piss off.
Was that the point?
I'm just gonna pound on the door really hard.
You pound until your knuckles are bloody. No, your knuckles wouldn't get bloody from something like that. No, you pound and no one comes.
I'm gonna go around and see if there's a back entrance.
Right around where
follow.
you would expect the kitchen to be. There's a door to the back, like a staff only door. Try the handle and it's also locked.
Pound on that one as well.
A minute goes by, 2 minutes, nothing.
Sarah, can you pick the lock?
Are you
I'm not entirely sure that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Regardless, this is something that's never happened before.
What about if I
Plastic
cockroach
dragons
in?
are always open.
You can cockroach in.
That might be a better idea.
That seems like it's slightly less illegal than picking the lock. Maybe.
Just don't get squished.
Fair enough. All right. I change into a cockroach.
Okay, so you change into a cockroach and you slide under the door, and about what would be a human step, your body shifts back and you find yourself back into your human form. Brandon is behind the desk and what are you doing here?
I'm sorry, my friend, but we thought that there was trouble. Since this place is never closed, we wanted to check to make sure you were all right.
Of course there's fucking trouble.
What do you mean, of course there is trouble?
Haven't you seen?
Seen what?
I'm sorry. We're all closed until we can figure out why.
Until you figure out, you have me at a loss, friend. We have been fighting drow at the moment, and have discovered.
That sounds unpleasant.
Yes, we've discovered at least one of them in a high government office.
That is unfortunately unsurprising, but I'm afraid the plaster dragon is not going to be of much help to you. We're around the world struggling to figure out what to do next.
Because
one of our bars was blown up yesterday.
that's not possible.
We didn't think so either, but we know that we were an explicit target, and so all of our bars are going to be on high alert until we can figure out why.
Very well. So you're going to be remaining closed this entire time?
Unfortunately, currently our network thinks that there's no threat to Washington, D.C., but we're nervous. I'm nervous.
Why would someone target the plastered dragon?
If I knew, I would probably not be close.
Can I insight that?
Yeah, go for it.
21.
So those outside the door hear the voices.
No. No, you do not.
Would I have enough time to just try and take a look at this brooch of shielding, get a feel for it?
You can start it. You just kind of like plop down on the sidewalk and you look at it. It's pretty nice. Looks like a little shield. It sticks to you nicely. So Jonathan, he's telling the truth. He's at a loss, and you've kind of never seen Brandon rattled before. There have been a few fights at the Plaster Dragon, not many, but there have been a few kind of random bar fights, and he will always step in and put an end to them. He's a big, muscular guy. He can definitely step in the middle of a fight and kind of stop it from happening, and never been rattled before. He looks genuinely scared.
Very well. I will keep my ears open for you, friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it. If you hear anything about people wanting to explode magical bars, you know
Yes,
who to come to.
because there are so many of those. It seems that the Plastered Dragon really is the only tavern for the magical community.
We did a very good job of branding in the early 1800s.
I bet you did. I hate to ask this because it seems that you are at a stressful moment, but we were coming here in the hopes of finding a divine practitioner to help us with ascending.
Ascending. If I wasn't trying to keep the channels clear, I could use one of my sending stones to talk to any of the plaster dragons in the world, but I don't think that's exactly what you had in mind.
It is not. It is not. Very well.
But in town, the best wizard I know of, her name is Astrid.
And where can I find her?
You can find her at DuPont Circle.
Very well. Thank you. May I use the door to leave?
Yes, you can use the door to leave. And he walks over, and you look, and the door has a shit ton of locks. Like, the cartoonish number of locks. And it takes him like 10 minutes to unlock all of them. Some of them are magical, and he does a few like hand movements to pull the locks, and finally the door opens. Please do not try to break into my bar ever again.
Very well.
And he just shuts the door, and then you hear as all of the locks scooch back.
I have good news and I have bad news, my friends. The good news is I have a lead on someone who may be able to help us contact Signy. The bad news is that the dragon is closed until further notice because one of their bars has been blown up somehow.
Hearing this, Jonas immediately leaves the group, pulls out his cell phone, and calls his contacts at the hunting lodge.
Yeah, okay. Who are you calling?
Specifically, Grandpa. Let me get his name. Grandpa Will.
All right.
He's the founding member.
Mm-hmm. Rings a few times. Hello?
Hey, Gramps. It's Jonas.
That is what caller ID is for. Come on, get into the current century.
Whatever, old man. Hey, Plaster Dragon. What do you know about it? What's going on?
It's a bar.
No. Why are they closed?
And you hear some typing. Oh, they blew up. Yeah, that's crazy.
Anybody at the lodge know anything?
No, I might send someone down to Boston though to check it out, because that's not something I've seen in ever.
Right. Yeah, we're pretty tapped out up here in DC. Brandon bar owner says that they're going to be closed. They don't know how long until they figure this out.
Yes. I'll go check in with Brady over here at our plastered dragon and see if I can talk to him and see if I can help.
Cool. Any info to help us out would be great. I mean, we're on the hunt for
On the plastered
nasty.
dragon or on something else?
Something else.
What's the something else?
I got on a job and met a crew of pretty amateur hunters, but I see some potential in them. But overall, it's turned from a simple job into conspiracy after conspiracy involving even the government.
You're gonna really tangle with the government?
What's up, guys? This is going to be an in-depth
I know we don't
tutorial
want to keep Ben in their place, but
Kid,
this is something I think we need to do.
if you think it's something that you need to do, then I'll support you. But tangling with the whole government, Joe, that's way beyond our pay grade.
I'll see if we can get something out of it, but as of right now, I feel like it's a high priority, regardless
All
of
right.
pay.
Well, don't get yourself killed. You're my favorite grandson. Don't tell your brothers.
Never.
Good man.
All right. Thanks, Grant.
Anytime. Hangs up.
All right.
During the
Go ahead, Sarah.
during that phone call, I would have asked about the plaster dragon. Didn't you say that it was a neutral ground?
Yeah, so the Plaster Dragon is a bar that's, like I said before, the Waffle House or the McDonald's kind of this world, where they're everywhere. They're always open, and they're neutral ground. So generally, people check their magic items. As Jonathan kind of experienced firsthand, certain magics aren't even allowed past the thresholds. So people try to keep it. They try to keep it as neutral ground as possible, so everyone is welcome, so long as the balance is kept.
So having a plaster dragon blown up is not good.
It's kind of impossible, and it's kind of unheard of. So it's very, very strange that you're hearing of one being blown up.
Okay.
And Carmen's just grumbling about not being able to get a beer.
And during that, Kenny wants to do something similar, but he'll send a text to his mom asking if she can just drive by the Placid Dragon and just make sure it's still there. And that's it. He's not gonna say anything more.
All right, your mom, in true mom fashion, goes, "Oh, how are you doing? Are you eating well? What's going on with you, Kenny?" And like kind of ignores it, and then you're like, "Mom, please just do this one thing." And it takes her a little bit because your house back home wasn't near a plastered dragon.
No.
But after an appropriate amount of time passes, she texts you and she's like, "It's still there, but it looks closed." But kind of the weight of that doesn't. Sorry, I'm moving this around. The weight of that doesn't really super duper hit you.
Yeah. I'll just
Or it doesn't
send
super
her
hit her.
thank you afterwards and tell her I'll call her later.
Call soon. I love you. Kisses. Yeah.
All right, I want to go get a. We need to go to a liquor store. I think that's appropriate at this point.
Is it noon yet?
It doesn't matter what time it is. It does not matter what time it is.
Somewhere.
I need to go to a liquor store.
And you do. You go to like one of those really kind of sketchy corner liquor
Oh yeah, the
stores.
worst. Just the absolute worst.
Worst and the closest. And you get your liquor of choice.
Bottom shelf whiskey.
Nice. Just the cheapest.
Cheapest. And I can get a bunch of them because they're so cheap.
Yeah, the cheapest thing to get you fucked up the fastest.
Two giant, ridiculously sized bottles of the cheapest whiskey possible.
All right, so you get your comically sized whiskeys.
You guys want anything?
Yeah, actually, it's been 6 years, so I think I would take something.
Yeah, you can get it yourself.
I'm gonna search for any vodka in the shop.
Yeah,
Anything.
I mean, you also find the cheapest vodka that will get you fucked up the fastest. And you pull it off the shelf. Not the cheapest?
Not
Are
the
you
cheapest.
classy? Okay. You get the second cheapest.
That's all right.
You get the second cheapest vodka. You also have yourself some good stuff.
Okay.
I'm good to go.
Okay.
I will pour some of that into my flask and take a swig straight out of the bottle.
Nice.
I'm good to go.
Okay. Our drunk monk is ready.
Just before we leave the store, I'm gonna ask Kenny if he wants anything.
No, I'm good.
Are you sure that's the least I can do after what you've done for me?
Bare minimum, absolute least.
I'm fine. I don't drink.
Okay.
Your loss.
Now can we go to DuPont Circle? We still have a wizard to meet.
Yes.
All right, so you go on the metro, and you go to DuPont Circle, which is a fairly nice neighborhood. And you find her apartment, and you knock on the door. And a small woman, only less than 5 feet tall, wearing a loose-fitting dress that's covered in floral patterns, opens the door, just this crack. Hello?
Oh, good day. My name is Jonathan Moonspeaker. You may have heard of our farm.
Oh, you have the apothecary. Yes. I've gotten some stuff from you before. Yes.
Brandon recommended you to us for a possible magical consultation.
Oh, right. Come. I'm not going to invite you in because I've had problems before.
All right.
But this is me not inviting you in. And she opens the door and walks to the couch. And it's like absolutely cluttered with boxes and random knickknacks, giant gems just kind of lying around, other kinds of just random assortments of knickknack and magical items in various states of, it looks like a scene right out of Borders.
Excellent. So we are not invited, but we can walk in.
We're not invited.
You're not invited in.
In other words, if there was a magical prohibition where we couldn't enter a place without being invited, we wouldn't be able to cross the threshold. But when we do, it will give her some assurances. So I walk in.
You walk in and she goes, oh, okay. Oh, man, I had a run-in with some vampires last week. It was not good. You
cannot be too careful.
Don't come in.
I walk right in.
Yeah, it's too good. And there's a couch, but it's kind of covered in stuff, and she just kind of like scooches some piles.
Don't worry about that. That is fine. We will not be staying that long.
Oh, okay. I feel bad. You know how these things are. I wasn't expecting company.
Yes, I understand.
Of course, I wasn't expecting company with the vampires either. But and you look at the carpet, and there's spatterings of blood, both red and black.
Did you say vampire?
Vampires, plural with an S.
That's worse. What happened?
No, generally, the more of something bad, you have is worse.
But what happened?
It's a long story. Would you like some tea?
Oh, no, thank you.
No.
We are in a bit of a hurry.
So I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Try not to ramble.
A friend of ours was taken, and we were hoping to be able to describe her to you so that maybe you could reach out to her for us.
Oh, yeah, like just a quick sending.
Yes. How much would you charge for something like that?
Oh, oh, jeez. I mean, I'm not really doing much right now, so I'd only charge like 300.
Immediately, Carmen pulls out a wad of cash. Do it.
Oh,
Carmen, do you have a picture of Signy?
Yeah, actually. And I pull out my cell phone. Oh, wait. No.
Can I just
Let me-
transform
let me-
into what Signy looks like?
well, that. Oh, the hat.
Yeah.
Got you. I got. Okay. Yeah. No. I can try my best. What kind of message would you like? It can only be 20 words.
Let me think.
And she can't send one back, can
No,
she?
she can. But if she's otherwise disposed, sometimes she can't always think back right away.
All right, at the very least, we should try to find out if she knows where she is.
Okay, I mean, so every time I cast the spell, that's another $300, and I can only do it 4 times.
Let's figure out this message that we're gonna send.
Okay.
So
She pulls out. She looks around for a second, and then she grabs a pad of paper. It's like unicorn stationery.
how about
And she hands it to you, and then she goes, "Oh, a pen, and then she grabs another pen, and it's one of those like comically oversized pens with a pink fuzzy top, and she hands that to you too.
And Carmen's just looking at this like, why? All right, what are we?
Is
What
it
are we
20
doing?
or 25 words?
She said 20.
All right, what are we sending?
How about it's Carmen, because it's not going to be coming through in your voice. How about it's Carmen, where are you? Who took you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's only 8 words.
Maybe you could say that we're looking for her.
Yeah.
Okay, it's Carmen. Where are you? Who took you? Looking for you.
Safe? Question mark.
How about are you
Okay.
hurt? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's up to 14. It's Carmen, where are you? Who took you? Looking for you. Are you hurt?
You can reply to this message.
Oh, that's so. At the end of every message, I like to sign off with, "You can reply, love Astrid." That's why it's 20 words instead of 25 words.
I see.
All right, so
She
far
doesn't
we've got.
know who Astrid is. Would it not be better to leave that off?
But how will she know it came from me?
It's fine.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We've got it's Carmen. Where are you? Who took you? Looking for you. Safe question mark. Are you hurt? Anything else that we want to add into that?
I mean, I think that's the bare minimum.
I'm trying to think of some way of asking what dangers there might be present. But
What dangers there might present. That's 6 words. You said you had 14, right?
No, we have 15.
What dangers are there?
15. Yeah, we've got 15. So,
Are there dangers present?
okay.
Maybe
Okay.
instead of that, the who took you.
I mean, she was taken. There's obviously danger.
Alright, then we won't say that.
Does she know the spell?
Me? I do know this spell. That's what,
No,
how I
Do you
know.
mean do you
Sydney-
mean will Sydney understand what's happening?
Yeah,
Well-
I mean, if she replies, it's another 25 words, I think.
Right. So she might get cut off if she isn't super duper familiar with the spell.
So maybe
So we should tell her. All right, give me a second here.
How about response less than 25 words? Or response 25 words max, or something like that.
Respond 25 words.
So that is, it's common, where are you, who took you, looking for you, safe, are you hurt, respond 25 words.
25 words max.
Max.
Okay, so I've written that out, and I will hand the ridiculously ugly stationery and pen back to her.
Okay, thank you. And she puts the pink fuzzy pen in her hair, and she sets the notebook down, and she begins to kind of chant and wave her hands, and then she whispers kind of into her hands the message that you have written out.
While
Carmen's just gonna pace around the room as she can amongst all of the clutter.
You have to like jump in certain paces. Like there's no way to walk more than 2 or 3 feet in a straight line. It's like an obstacle course.
She's just pacing nervously, so.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
while she does the spell, can I make an investigation check about the blood and vampires thing that she told us before?
Yeah, make an investigation check on the floor.
Oh, that's good. 19.
19?
Yep.
So there's both red and the black, the thick, almost inhuman blood. But you're looking at the floor, and there's a lot of blood. There's a lot of blood splatters, and they don't all look to be the same age. Some of them look fresher than others. You'd hazard a guess that there's probably vampire blood on this floor, but some of this blood didn't come from the vampire incident. Some of it came from other incidents that happened before.
Okay. Could I know how long before, how much time the blood has been, the vampire blood?
You can't tell exactly. You can just kind of tell that like some of it's like a week old maybe, and some of it's up to or maybe even more.
Okay.
Jonas is kind of curious about all the piles that are around, so we'll go to the nearest one and kind of just thumb through some of it, see what he can find. Anything.
I mean, there's a bunch of these like unicorn Lisa Frank. You know what Lisa Frank style notebooks look like?
Oh yeah.
They're
Not a clue.
they're Google them, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. They're like the puppies and the unicorns that are like super duper colorful. It's a
Teenage
very
girls love
think,
them.
think like 90s preteen or
Yeah,
early
no,
2000 preteen.
that's what I'm getting. Whew.
Yeah, there's at least 50 of them on just one stack, and they're filled with like some of them are filled with like what you'd assume is like a random dream journal, but judging by her conversation about vampires, it could have actually happened. Some of them are filled with arcane script. What languages do you speak?
A couple. I speak. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Dwarvish, or sorry, Spanish, English, Sylvan, and Infernal.
Okay, there's a lot. There's one of the notebooks is just filled with kind of musings about the Fae and Sylvan. One of them is filled with Infernal. There's one of them where it changes languages almost every single sentence, and you count at least 6 languages. Only 2 of them one speak.
Any chance that I can find anything regarding Drow?
Drow, not. It's hard to find any rhyme or reason. I'll give you a D100 roll.
How does a 93 do?
With percentile, you want to roll low.
Oh, dang
So really not good.
it. Really not good.
It's so like it's random and it's so colorful it hurts your eyes. And it's there's just so much you can't follow her train of thought in anything. Even the stuff, there's a lot of stuff you can't read. Some of it's, like arcane magician's shorthand. Even the stuff you can read, where you can read like multiple pages at a time, it still is just so eclectic you can't follow her train of thought. Yeah.
Got it.
Astrid looks up and she says, she closes her eyes and her mouth opens and hears Signy's voice. It says, Carmen, not safe. Don't know where I am. Spiders took me. Dark. I can hear the train. That's it. Help. And then she shakes her head. Good?
Okay, so she can hear the train.
It is dark and she can hear the train, so she is probably.
Do I know
somewhere...
what train? Do I know what she's talking about when she says train?
She's probably most likely talking about the metro.
That is what I was going to say, yes.
Yeah. That's a pretty good guess.
And remind me, with the metro in DC, is it above ground mostly or below ground mostly?
It's mostly below ground. There are a few sections that are above ground.
So it stands to reason that she's underground. The spiders took her somewhere dark, and she can hear the train. She's probably somewhere underground. And the fact that we're dealing with drow.
Well, I mean, there was that other path.
Drow? Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
What do you know of the drow and their activities?
I mean, they're like obsessed with spiders. That's crazy. Spiders are creepy. And crawly, and their legs move in weird ways.
I cannot disagree with any of that.
Do you happen to know where they might hang out here?
Oh, yeah, they all hang out at the same that I'm also a member of.
Sorry, I didn't catch all that. What was that?
I believe it was sarcasm.
No, I really didn't hear everything you said. You cut out.
I'm sorry. I said, yeah, they're all part of the same nightclub that I'm also a part of.
Okay, and what is this nightclub?
Oh my gosh, that's sarcasm.
As I said, I believe it is sarcasm.
My therapist says that humor helps people like you more. So, trying something.
Carmen immediately walks out the door.
Sarah is laughing about that.
Just kind of waves. Was that helpful?
The message, yes, that was very helpful.
Okay.
If
Good.
you hear anything about Drow and want to reach out to us, we would be appreciative.
Okay, I will have a sending your way if I hear anything about Drow.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you. It was nice
I-
to meet you, friends.
I have a question. Can you?
And I have an answer. Let's see if they line up.
What is your answer?
The vampires that attacked you, were they wearing any kind of like symbols to represent where they were from or anything? Or do you know where they came from?
Oh, yeah. So it's kind of a long story. But I kind of pissed off a member of the Blood Gang because I stepped on his toe. And I mean, there was more to it than that, but we're just going to focus on the stepping on the toe part. So, like, I knew they were Blood Gang, even though they weren't like wearing jackets or anything, but they were definitely Blood Gang.
When you say stepping on toes, do you mean literally you stepped on him?
Yeah. But it was like a bigger deal because I was allergic at the time. And so, yeah. It's just, we're not going to talk about that anymore because my therapist says I shouldn't live in the past. I should just constantly move forward. And so I'm not going to worry about yesterday's mistakes when I have a brand new day to start with.
Okay. Do you know where the Blood Gang happens to hang out?
Oh yeah, no, they have their own bar. Night's Bite. It's downtown. It's not strictly a magical bar. They cater to everyone, but mostly the goth crowd. So
Night's what?
I would not suggest going there. The service is not good.
It was Night's what?
Night's Bite.
Night's Bite. Does any of those names rings a bell to Sarah? The Blood Gang.
Blood Gang, Night's Bite. No. There were vampire gangs back in Arizona. Like, you've encountered vampire gangs before. But this one kind of just sounds like a very regional or local thing, where they're not super duper centralized.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Just to clarify, were we in an apartment building? Is that or was this a house?
It's an apartment building. It's super tiny.
All right.
Like, it's like a studio apartment where it's just the one room and the kitchen. And there's just stuff like you can't even see a bed. You're kind of wondering where she sleeps because around all of this clutter, you can't even see the bed.
All right, well, I think that's everything.
I
Thanks
agree.
so much for your time, Astrid.
Oh, thank you for coming. And she like walks over and gives you.
Do one of those weird.
Yeah. You freeze up. You do not put your arms. She gives you like a super like tight hug, and since she's kind of on the smaller side, she wraps her arms like around your waist. She goes, "It was so nice to meet you all, friends." And she like walks around and gives every person a hug who's still in her apartment.
I am not in
You're
there.
not there, so you don't get a hug, Carmen, which is a shame because she gives great hugs.
Drop by the shop anytime, Astrid.
Oh, I definitely I need to pick up Spain because I think I might have a similar incident on the horizon, but I'm not worrying about tomorrow. I'm focusing on today because now is a gift. Now is a gift.
Well, I think it is all right to plan for tomorrow.
Right, that's why I'm gonna come by and get some wolf Spain.
Very well, I will tell my family to expect you.
Oh, perfect. It was nice to see everybody.
And I go out.
And she closes the door behind you as you leave
Just,
this apartment.
just before I leave, I'm gonna ask her, do you drink?
Water?
No, I mean like alcohol.
Oh, no, that does not mix with my medication.
Oh, that's sad. I would have take a drink with you, and I'm just gonna walk out the door.
Bye, friends. The door closes.
As everybody comes out, they see Carmen just stalking down the hallway, pissed, and she punches a wall.
Give me a roll. Just a d20.
That's a 16.
You punch through the wall because this is not exactly the nicest apartment complex in the world. So you punch straight through the wall, and there's like an old lady sitting on her couch with like 3 or 4 cats all around her. What the hell?
Just pull my hand out and keep walking.
Kenny, I do not suppose that you know how to do a mending cantrip, perhaps?
I do, but I think there's someone in there, and I don't think she should see what mending does.
Well, perhaps you can persuade her that you are merely an efficient plasterer or other type of construction worker.
I could try to.
Are you not persuasive?
I'm very. Hold on, I got it. And
Just
Kenny's just gonna.
What are you gonna do? Sorry, go ahead.
I assume she'll answer.
Yeah, no. So like right, like you're a few steps away from the door, and she opens up and she's got a little cane. She's like, "Where did that vagrant go?"
Ma'am. I'm sorry. She's had a rough day. We've had a very rough day. I'm sorry. I'll fix this right away. I'm actually really good at plastering. But but you seem like a really nice sweet lady. Why don't you just go back into your apartment, sit down, have some nice tea, watch Jerry Springer. Everything will be all right. And as I'm talking to her, I'm just gonna subtly cast Charm Person
Go
on her.
for it. Go for it.
Why? Oh, God.
Because I want to make sure.
Why do we need to worry about any of this?
This
No, I
can
love it
only
so much.
make it worse. You have
No,
great
aren't-
persuasion skills.
Aren't you so sweet? Come in. Why don't you
Damn it.
have some tea with me? Sit down. You look just like my grandson.
As Jonas is walking past, he nudges Kenny in the back, so he kind of steps forward.
Yeah, and she goes, would you? I made some muffins, some tea. Would you like to join me for a little bit? Well, I can put in a service request for it, but would you like to sit and just enjoy my company for a little bit? You just seem so sweet.
I'm gonna step in and just say, my dear Kenny, we have an appointment to go on. You can't do that, please.
That is true. We have an
dear."
appointment, so catch up when you are done. And Jonathan turns and walks away.
just ma'am. I very much appreciate it, and I can tell you're a really nice lady. How about? But she's right. I really have somewhere to go. It'll literally take me minutes to fix this. I'm really good. Why don't you give me your number and I'll come by and visit you?
Okay, that seems very reasonable. and she grabs a little like pad of sticky notes and she writes her number on it and she hands it to you.
Yep. And Kenny will just give her a fake number to some pizza place in Houston.
That's a strange area code. Where are you, dear?
I'm from Houston.
Oh, that's so nice. I hear they get a lot of sun down there.
They do. It's a great place to visit. You should definitely go someday.
Oh, well, I would love to go somewhere, sun. Maybe this winter.
Maybe. Definitely get away from the cold here.
Yeah.
And then he's going to just kind of go towards the hole, and he's going to try to make himself as big as possible to block out where she can't see what he's doing.
I'm still there, so I can try to catch her attention and just keep talking to her.
All right, so I'm gonna give Kenny. I'm gonna give you stealth advantage.
Okay.
Sarah, how are you distracting her?
You said she had cats, right?
Yes, there are 3 cats.
So I'm gonna talk about cats.
Okay.
Oh, they're lovely. Are there?
This one's name is Mittens. He's very friendly.
Oh,
she grabs for the cats, and he does not look friendly.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to pet him.
Yeah, no, he hisses at you, and like you pet him. Seem happy about it. Kenny, what did you roll for stealth?
15.
Okay, so you successfully mending the wall up behind you, and Sarah's keeping her occupied. Yeah.
We're not waiting for them, by the way.
Yeah.
I've left. I'm gone.
Once I'm done, I'll just kind of stand up and be like, well, it was really, really nice to meet you. I'll give you a call. We can get together. We'll get tea. It'll be my treat. I really appreciate.
So sweet. You remind me just like my grandson. It's just so nice to spend time with you. It's been me and the cats for so long.
That's great.
And again, we're really sorry about the whole thing.
Oh, it's no worries. And you are a quick plasterer, young man.
I told you. I do it for a living. It's.
Well, I'm sure they pay you the big bucks.
Yeah.
Are you sure I can send you with some muffins to go as a thank you for fixing my...
Sure. And Kenny will just grab this 3 muffins, and then he just kind of quickly makes his way to the door, knowing that if he doesn't exit this door, he's probably never going to leave this apartment the rest of his life.
Yeah,
so you'll keep him here.
Cool. So you successfully extricate yourselves from cat lady territory.
Are the rest of the party just waiting outside or gone?
I'm imagining you'd wait outside of the apartment complex.
Yeah.
I'm pacing around quite angrily outside.
You're pacing in. There's a fountain kind of in the middle of DuPont Circle, and you're pacing next to it.
Kenny just comes out eating a muffin. She was right. These are quite good. He's
Kenny.
gonna hand the other. He's gonna try to hand one to Carmen.
Kenny, may I recommend that if you are concerned about people learning about your magical gifts based on the use of a simple cantrip, that you not cast actual spells on them in the future.
But it's so simple, though. They like me.
Until the spell is over, and then they know that they were enchanted.
She doesn't know what enchanted is. She probably has Alzheimer's or something.
So are there...
When Ben comes for you, I cannot protect you if you keep this up.
Ben loves me. It'll be
Ben
fine.
doesn't love him.
Are there birds in or around the fountain?
Yeah, there are some birds in and around the fountain.
So when Kenny offers that muffin, Carmen's gonna take the muffin and chuck it at the birds.
Give me a ranged attack.
Hit a bird.
God, she's gonna kill a bird.
Hit a bird.
Don't.
She's gonna kill a bird with a muffin.
Please be that 20. She cheated that 20. Oh, it's that one.
What's in that one?
There is
Thank
a
God.
whole swarm of pigeons, right? It should be easy to hit one of them. The pigeons are here. The muffin goes misses them by a good 2 or 3 feet. in your anger,
So-
you can't see straight,
so
and the
pissed.
muffin just kind of.
So pissed, don't even care.
Get those ones out now, right?
Against the birds. Are we done here? Can we go?
Yeah. I
The
think,
question, Carmen, is do we want to try to go to the office? Do we want to wait to do that after hours? Do we want to go and try and research what type of subway station might have some abandoned underground near or beneath it?
I mean, we have a couple options. We didn't continue our way in the where you found me. We turned back, right?
That is
That's right.
true.
So we have that. We have the subway. We have the undercover operation. What time of the day is it?
It's like 2 p.m. It's really not super duper late.
But it would be too late for interns to come in.
Not
the bureau.
necessarily. Not necessarily. Assuming that it works like any other government
I was just thinking,
building,
Yeah.
they would
not
probably be there
government
until 5.
yeah, you're pretty sure that like the general hours would be 9 to 5.
So
Yeah,
the
I mean-
janitors could get in there after 5, but if we want to get in there with the interns, we could probably still do it now.
Is it better to try and find Signy first? I mean, we don't want her to get hurt too much.
well,
I'm not sure we have enough information to go off of. We know she's underground and that she can hear the train, but how long is the metro in Washington? That could be literally anywhere in the city.
Yeah, so the metro is pretty good in DC. It covers most of the city.
I would think we
I'm
would be
going-
looking for abandoned stations or lines with construction near them.
Was the lair you found me in underground, right?
Yes, it was underground.
Yeah.
So maybe it's connected to some old metro station.
There was still that door that we never investigated because we couldn't get near it.
There is a
We
door
could
we
try
could
to-
get
No,
near.
you were able. That was the door that you had to walk, like close your eyes.
Oh, right.
No,
Okay,
we got
never
near
mind.
that. That's where we
Yeah.
found. That's where we found Sarah.
Right.
there was another passage we never went down.
Right. We
That's
have
what I
either gone
thought.
we could have either gone up the stairs or we could have continued on this passageway, and we decided to go back out because we were all beat up.
We're not beat up anymore.
We could go back.
I mean, she was guarding, right, the entrance of where I was. So maybe the people who took her was involved with the person you killed. I think, is that right?
But
killed the...
Yeah, we killed the one chick. But the thing is that when they took Signy, they took her through a portal. They didn't.
They teleported away. So
Right. They teleported away. So I would imagine that she wouldn't be there. If she's in a location similar to what you were in, it's elsewhere. Because that was at the MLK Memorial. And I don't know how
Yeah.
close that is to the metro.
So the nearest station, like I messaged you guys with like a metro map. But there's not a metro station super duper close to the memorial. It's a good half a mile walk away to the nearest metro station.
And how much distance were we in from the point where they found me to the outside?
I'm probably close to 3/4 of a mile, maybe more.
Okay, yeah. That's not too much.
I have a question about the photo.
Mhm.
What are the four women like? What's in the background of the photo? We know it's the four women, but is there like a building or a memorial or something in the background?
So it doesn't look like anywhere in DC. You'd hazard a guess that it actually looks more like Arizona because it's got that like that red desert kind of feel,
Mm-hmm.
and you just kind of you got that vibe.
So the picture would have been take where I was
Right in
before.
Arizona where you were before you got frozen.
Could I check the picture and try to investigate it to
Yeah.
see if
Give
I yeah?
me just a basic intelligence check.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Uh,
So basic.
just a check.
Yeah, just roll plus intelligence.
Okay. So 14.
14. I mean, like you can definitely tell it's Arizona. Arizona's a lot of desert and a lot of just that like red sand. It could be anywhere. It definitely could have been in that area where you were doing investigation.
Okay.
Like that is definitely within the realm of possibility.
Yeah, guys, could be anywhere in Arizona. I mean, it's desert, literal.
Not that that really helps us in DC.
Yeah, no, I can't remember what it looked like. I was hoping that it might have been in front of like a sorority or maybe something like that.
So I think probably our best bet is to go to this office and see if we can't find more clues as to where Signy could be,
Yeah.
and find out what's going on with these drow.
And then maybe
Uh,
during after hours we can look at the computer to see if we can find any construction or anything related to
sorry,
metro
I got a
lines.
knock on my door. I think we are going to take our break, so I can just go address that, and we will come back with a plan in a
Okay.
minute. Uh, Welcome back, everyone. Sorry for the very abrupt break. I am working in freshman housing, and that leads to some interesting random interruptions. But we are back now. I know I originally said that the giveaway was going to happen at the break, but I lied to you. The giveaway is going to happen at the end of the show. But as a reminder, type shopping into the chat. You can only type it once. If you type it in twice or 3 times or 42 times, you will be disqualified. Um,
I was
you
laughing
have
at
to.
that. I was laughing at the chat.
Oh, okay. This was bad. You have to be 13 and you have to be in the United States because we do not have international shipping money yet. Everyone has an equal chance of winning, and this is a thank you for helping us reach affiliate. We're so excited to be creating this community with you guys. Just as a few more announcements, Subsys Cyber will probably be putting up a link to join our Discord. That's where we continue to have conversations about all of our games, talk about general nerdiness, and we also do open recruiting. We also do general recruiting for our games.
General
so every
recruiting?
Single week. Okay, Dad. So every week. We're professionals.
We are so professional.
Every week we do fiascos, and we always do recruiting for the fiascos through the Discord. We're trying to do a rotating cast, and we currently have 3 of the 4 slots still open. So please jump on that. Message me, and I will get you into that fiasco. Fiascos are a lot of fun, as both Firehawk and Brian will tell you. It's one of the easiest RPGs to play. There's very little in the way of dice in general. Damn it.
General what? General what? We're ready.
General mechanics.
General mechanics?
All right. And we should start playing soon, so these doofuses will stop making fun of me. Does that sound all right with you? All right. So before the break, you guys had visited Astrid and discovered that Signy was alive and not super duper well, but she was being held near a metro station, and you were deciding what to do next, whether you were going to try to do the infiltration mission at the Longworth building, the Longworth office building, or if you were going to try to look for Signy and find more leads. So what are we going to do?
As I said, I don't think we have enough information to go on to actually go and find Signy. So I think infiltrating the office of Allison Older might be the best course of action for now.
I concur.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. You said, Maya, that it was 9 to 5, the normal shift for government.
Yeah.
So intern would have been in since 9 a.m., right?
Yeah, so the interns would probably come in at 9. You know that it's fairly common for interns to kind of have jobs. There are 3 different House of Representatives office buildings, as well as a separate one for the Senate, as well as, the White House for the president, and there's an office building for the Supreme Court. So oftentimes interns will have the fun job of physically running back and forth between these office buildings and delivering important documents that have to be on paper.
So it would be better if Kenny and I didn't go there today and perhaps go there tomorrow morning, but those that are disguised as janitor could go there first tonight.
I think you could still go there because interns typically have jobs running back and forth between buildings. You could simply be returning to the building.
Or you could be someone else's intern dropping off papers or whatever to her in the middle of the day. That wouldn't be unheard of.
Okay.
And if you show up with a tray of coffee, no one's going to stop you.
Yep.
Okay. Let me search if we have any information about people around like in other.
Well,
I don't know how to say that. The other buildings.
Yeah.
And if we could be interns for them instead
Yeah.
of her.
So you could, I mean, interns don't have a strict, like, you must wear a polo that says official ex-intern. Like, it's just kind of business casual. So if you go in dressed kind of nice, I know I am too dark, but I would have to stand up and turn on the light. Is that okay? I do not have a light in reach.
I think that's okay.
Do you want me to like take a brief second to turn on the light?
Turn on the light, sure.
Let there be light.
That is longer than a brief second. Well, oh, there she is.
Better.
The briefest of seconds.
Like I said, we're professionals. So yeah, if you come in dressed nicely, carrying coffees or just like manila folders saying you've got some legislation in them that needs a signature, you'd probably be okay.
I mean, I was thinking if she's in her office, you might want to get her out so we can properly snoop a little bit. One of us comes in with coffee and accidentally spills it on her, and then that way she'd have to run to the bathroom to change. Then while she's in the bathroom,
janitors come in.
Yeah, clean up the coffee that's on the counter or floor or whatever. And then,
I could do that.
And sounds like we've got an opening.
I
Okay, so let me get this straight. The plan is for one or both of the interns to spill coffee on Allison Older, and then the two janitors to come in and wipe it up.
yes.
We will clean up the mess.
Yes.
Clean up the mess.
And all of her secret files.
Clean up the mess and all of the secrets.
Hopefully.
Is anyone able to hack into computers?
Not me.
I don't think anyone in this group has those skills. I think most of you can't even touch a computer without.
I mean, I can touch a computer, but I don't really know anything about computers.
I'm a little too magical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonas, Jonathan, and Kenny are all a little bit too magical.
Because that could be a great opportunity to search into her files on computers.
I mean, it's highly possible that we won't have to hack her computer. There could just be stuff there if you're interrupting her in the middle of her workday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
You just have stuff on there, and then I was also thinking of Signy's somewhere in the subways. Maybe see if she has a subway pass, and kind of see maybe I don't know if that could help us figure out what subways she uses.
That's not how Metro passes work.
I'm from Detroit, okay? There's no subway here. That doesn't exist.
It's a card that you tap. It would be very nondescript.
It sounded like a good plan for the person that comes from Wyoming.
If we had someone with hacking skills having her pass, we'd be able to see
Could
like
work,
where
yeah.
and when it was debited, because like the tap on, tap off kind of a
Mhm.
thing. But
Yes, if you have someone sufficiently good with computers, you might be able to.
but we
But
don't. We can
you do
always
not have a hacker.
we can go get one.
Outside character, Arcana is used as computer / hacking, right?
So Arcana is used as Arcana. History is used as computers.
Okay. So I'm not good at it, but I can do something.
You're probably better at it than I.
You're probably, as a rogue, you're probably would be the best bet. But unless that's one of the kinds of checks where you can't make a hacking check unless you are proficient in it.
Okay, right. Okay. Well, I guess we have a plan. Come in, spill coffee, get out. Then janitors come and just take what they can.
Does anyone have either an item or just a personal ability to detect magic of any kind? That might be useful as well.
I only have that hat that helps me disguise myself.
Yeah, I do not have detect magic.
Kenny the Bard, do you have it?
No.
Ugh. We're so prepared.
All right. So are you ready?
Yes.
Let's get this fiasco on the road.
That's Wednesdays. That's Wednesdays.
Oh, my bad.
So you head to the Longworth office building, which is a stone's throw away from the Capitol. It's right across the street, and it's wedged between the other two office buildings. The Longworth houses about 150 different representatives, all and their entire staff throughout the entire building. So it's a big building. It's constantly bustling with activity. At the door, there's a tap access, which you knew about beforehand, and both Kenny and Sarah are the two who are going in. So as you go in, a spark of magic goes from Kenny's hands, and he causes the card reader to just malfunction a little. And you walk in, and you're surrounded by bustling people, all impeccably dressed, all looking very busy and trying their best to look very important. Where are you going? Yeah, sorry.
Before going in, I would have changed myself to look nice and change my face also to be sure she don't recognize me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I assume both you and Kenny are going for some nondescript faces.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you doing?
Kenny, do you want to spill the coffee or?
Yeah. I can make a show out of this.
I can too, but I want to watch the show.
So Kenny, uses the hat of disguise. You can disguise as the hat just so that he has no distinguishing features. Uses the boots of his false tracks, so that way his shoes leave tracks like he's wearing just like regular formal attire shoes. He's walking in. He's acting like very hurried, carrying a tray of coffees, like he's late, like he's gonna get in trouble, and he's booking it, and then he realizes he's going down, but he has no idea where in this building this office is. So he's gonna stop by a random person and just be like, does anyone who looks like they actually work here? And be like,
I mean, pretty much everyone looks like they actually work here.
I'm
You
just
think
gonna
you're the only one trying to infiltrate?
Yeah. I'm just pick a random person that looks the least busy. Just go like, I'm normally not in this building. Where's Allison Alder's office? I need to find her right away.
I don't. Whose office do you work in?
I'm normally in the Senate one.
Yeah,
that's where I spend most of my time.
Which senator are you working for? Yeah.
I will just.
I'm gonna be behind him and just say, Senator Mora.
Senator Mora. Sorry, I'm really late. I need to go. I can't think.
Sorry. Is Mora any good? Yeah, I just, man. I mean, the Ryan office has been killing me recently. I was looking for a transfer, and I don't know, just asking around, seeing who.
He's good, but we really don't have time. Please.
Oh, right. Sorry. Older? Jeez, I would go to a directory. I don't know. Really sorry.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, I would go to a directory. There's so many people working here. I can't.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks. And we're just gonna book it to the first directory we see.
Yeah, there's one right by the elevator. And you see, like, the southwest region is on the 4th floor.
Up to the 4th floor we go.
Let's do this.
And I will wild shape and get into the janitor cart right before they.
All right. So how are you getting into are you going in through the front door?
We're the janitors. We would never go in through the front door. I'm sure there is a service entrance somewhere that we would be going through.
Yep.
All right, give me an investigation check to find the service.
I have +4 on that.
I will let you do that then.
I'm even proficient, I think. 23.
Okay. Oh yeah, you find it no issue. You know exactly where it's gonna be. It's gonna be on the 1st floor in the back alley.
And the janitor cart, what does it look like?
So it's one of those blue frames, with the yellow, trash bag. It doesn't have a mop. It's just one of the ones with trash.
So there's not really there's not like a compartment underneath or anything.
Not really underneath.
So I have to be a bug, not a small animal.
You could go inside of there's a trash bag kind of area. There's a trash bag. There's a yellow trash baggy area. And then there's a spray bottle and a rag kind of hanging on.
No, I mean, the cockroach is pretty utilitarian. We'll go cockroach again.
Okay, so you go cockroach, and you go in through the utilidor, and you make your way.
Go collect our carts and whatnot.
Yeah, there's in the back. It's less crowded back where you are, and there's a special utility elevator in the back. The help is generally, trying to get them out of the way of all of the hustle and bustle.
Now we just have to figure out where to go.
I'm sure we notice a directory next to the elevator.
Yeah, there's a directory next to the elevator. Like I said, there's 145 Congress people just in this office alone. It's hard for any one person to keep track of everything.
So all of the names would be on this directory, and then it shows right where each of those are.
But the elevators have areas, like Southwest United States is the entire 4th floor. And then underneath it says which states that services. So you figure out that you want to go to the floor fairly easily.
And
all right.
Just a reminder, what time is it again?
It's about 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Okay, so it may be a little early for trash runs, but we can try this.
Hey, why not? So I guess we will go up to the 4th floor and just start knocking on doors, just to start blending in and saying, "Hi, I know we're really early, but can we grab your trash?"
Yeah, so you do. You're smart, and you don't go straight for Arizona. You work your way through the whole hallway, and people kind of don't even notice. Your disguises have made you almost. So back to our interns. You make your way to the 4th floor, going straight to Allison Older's office.
Yep.
Before we go in, I just want to talk to Kenny about our plan.
Mhm.
So, Kenny, you go in, you spill the coffee. I'm right behind you with the false documents we have. And I'm gonna, I think, give you those and go with her to help her clean up. Is that all right for you?
Yeah. You go with her, and then I'll say I'll go get some janitors to clean this up, and I'll get the others.
Okay, I'll try to, because I guess Maya, people in the building would have pass or something to.
Yeah, everyone has a little card that's got their pictures on it. What you did during your 4 days was you spent time making forgeries of them, and so yours don't work. But because of your magic, because of Kenny's magic, you can cause them the card readers to malfunction right as you're tapping them, and that causes just nothing to happen.
So it would not be necessary to grab her to get in with her. I guess it's magnetic.
Her card might have different access than yours. So her card might get her into areas that you do not. Okay. But your cards are kind of get you into any cards.
Okay, so Kenny, how do you feel about stealing her card?
Well, if it's on her and you can take it,
okay,
go for it.
If I can take it, I will try to throw it in the trash nearby somewhere. I guess there is toilets near, so throw it in some trash and you can just pick it up and take it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's the plan.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go in.
And we come barreling in.
Okay, so you come barreling in, and the way it's laid out is all of the representatives from Arizona kind of share this one big office space. And each senator has 4 kind of long aisles of cubicles worth of aides. And in the back, there are individual offices for the head aides of each representative. And then behind those, you where the representative. So you barrel in, and a tall, dark-skinned woman kind of interposes herself and goes, "Can I help you? I don't recognize you."
Do I recognize
yes.
her? Sorry. Do I recognize her as Allison?
No, she doesn't look like Allison. You also don't recognize her as in your picture.
Okay.
Yes, you could help us. We're searching for Allison Elder. We have some important things to give to her. We're from Senator Mora.
Oh, yeah. No, we were expecting that. I'll just take those files and I'll put them in our inbox.
No, please. It's really important to get her to sign it right away and get it back to Senator Mora. It's really, really important. I don't want to lose my job, please.
Well, I'm sorry, but she's not in the office right now. She's currently at a meeting on the hill with some of the leadership of the party.
Okay, do you know when she gonna get back?
Probably not for the rest of the evening. The meeting's going to be a little bit of a long one. You know how these things go.
Yeah.
And you notice that like there's not very many people in this office. Kind of, or at least the section that she was in is a little bit more empty than other areas of this building were. It's like she took about half of her staff with her for this meeting.
Okay. Do you know when she gonna get back? Tomorrow? At what time she came in?
I mean,
usually?
she'll be in the first thing in the morning, and I'll have her go inbox. It's the way things normally go around here. I don't see why it's any trouble.
Well, Senator Mora gave us really, really strict instructions. So he said to not give that to anyone else than her.
Oh, that's mighty strange. Listen, if it's that particular, I can leave a note. If you want to write a note right now, I can put it in her inbox, and she can have that just the same.
Not seeing Allison, I'm going to I'm gonna look around, and I kind of get I just kind of get a little bit jittery. I'm like, no, we have to see her right away. I start jittering, and I get really intense, like I'm almost like I'm having a panic attack. And then I'm gonna cause the coffees to fly up. I'm gonna try to push it up and like onto this person in front of us.
Sure. Make a performance check.
Okay.
We're gonna see how convincing it is.
That's a 14 total.
14 total. Okay.
4 with plus 10.
Jeez, Kenny.
Could I have helped him in any ways?
No, because you
Okay.
no. She goes. You spray coffee all over her, and she just looks at you with fire in her eyes, and she goes, "Listen, I have been very patient with you, but this is not the way things normally go around. And I'm gonna have to ask you both to leave before I call security."
That's all right. Are you okay?
Just get out.
Okay.
I will have Mara send Older an email or something that he needs to speak with her. But if it was this urgent, he shouldn't have sent 2 stupid couriers like yourselves.
Again, we're really, really
Just
sorry.
get out.
I'm gonna grab Kenny and just go out.
Okay, so you guys leave. People kind of stare. My lighting is only natural lighting in this room. That's not helpful. It's bothering me too. So you guys make your way out. Janitor squad, what are you doing?
What day is this?
It's Friday.
All right, so we'll go through the whole area and then make our way over towards that section.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you make your way over there. You make your way right as Kenny and Sarah are leaving, and you kind of see them not looking particularly happy.
Okay. We'll go right on in as soon as they leave and see if we can't pick up trash.
Okay, so you go and you go the woman who's sitting there like kind of dripping with coffee now just looks pissed how she goes, "Oh, at least you're quick. Come on, clean everything up. I'm gonna go use the restroom." And
Absolutely. And
the room is still pretty bustling. There's offices of about 8 other representatives in here, and they're all kind of full. It's only the one section that's like half empty.
Okay, I'll say to Jonas and hope that Jonathan can hear and say, I'll clean up this mess if you'll go collect the trash. And I kind of just point back at the office.
Got it.
All right, so you make your way back to the office, and it is locked.
Is it like a basic lock, like key, or is it more like a key card electronic type deal?
It's a basic key. And you notice that for most of the senators in here, they're working with computers. Her like office section has less technology than every other of the other sections. It's noticeably less. It's not absent. There's a computer every couple of people, but it's noticeable that she's more on the paper trail.
That's a good sign.
All right. So we'll head back to the office. I assume we can't get in since it's locked.
Did Jonathan go with?
Yeah. So are you going under?
I'm going under. I'm gonna
All
regret
right.
it, but I'm going under.
So you go under, keeping in mind that you've already used one wild shape. So
Yep.
if you change back, well, that's it, buddy.
I know.
So you crawl under and you find yourself in the office of her head aide.
That's not her office?
It's not Allison's office. It's her chief of staff. So there's another room behind that.
Okay.
But between you and you're just in the chief of staff's office.
All right.
But you crawl around. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Ooh, that's good. Let me double check my perception. 23.
23. Okay, that's really good. So you're looking around, and you notice on the table there's a bunch of papers, and you also see a framed picture, and it's the exact same framed picture that Kenny Brown is carrying around.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same 4 women, including one who you can now recognize, like she has her headshot like displayed prominently on the wall. So it's her chief of staff, Allison Older, the woman you killed in the basement, and one other person you don't recognize.
Oh, so the chief of staff is one of the dark elves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. All right. I'm trying to decide. Do I go into her office, then open that door, and then come out and open this door for you?
It's up to you.
I know. You know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. All right. I'm gonna crawl to. Can I like scuttle up on the desk and see if there's anything interesting paperwork-wise on her desk?
Yeah. So paperwork-wise, you're looking around, and the thing that's kind of like the papers that are on the top are for House Bill 160. They're all for the same piece of legislation.
House Bill 160?
162.
162. Okay. We'll look that up later. But I'm sure it's important.
And Allison Older is one of the co-authors of the document. You could spend like 5 or 10 minutes like skimming it if you wanted to, but I'm guessing you're trying pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm not gonna skim. If I don't find anything particular about the metro, I'm just kind of making note of little details, and I'll scuttle over to the edge and leap off and fly down to the floor.
Yeah.
And then I will crawl under her door.
Mm-hmm. So, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. What is my Constitution? +2, 15.
Ooh. So you take 18 points of force damage as you are immediately launched backward.
I'm what?
You're launched backward. You like the door has a magical, is not just a normal door. It's
Okay.
got a magical barrier, and when you run into it, it causes you to be launched backwards, and you take 18 points of force damage.
Well, my cockroach body takes 1 point of force damage, and my now human body takes the other 17.
Yeah. So you're flung, as a human, you're flung backwards.
All right. So, that was unfortunate. I'm going to walk up to the door and kind of whisper through it. I think we have a problem.
Do you need me in there?
I can open the door for you if you want to come in and collect the trash, but it might be suspicious. I'll do it quickly. Is that woman back yet?
I'll check to see.
She's not back yet. She's
Okay,
taking a little while in the bathroom.
I'm gonna open the door quickly and get him in.
Okay, so you open the door.
Mhm.
Roll a stealth roll for me.
For Jonas?
Yeah.
18.
Okay, cool. So you make it in. Everyone, there's not a lot there, and everyone who would kind of like, everyone from Allison's office is still very much typing away or writing away. So yeah, so you go in and you find yourself in the chief of staff's office.
I'll close the door behind me just in case. But keep it unlocked. So what's up? What's up, Jonathan?
Well, in case you didn't notice, I am no longer a cockroach. I cannot change into an animal again. And the door is magically warded. We will not be able to get into her office. However, her chief of staff does seem to be one of the Dark Elves. Perhaps we should go and meet her in the restroom and have a conversation with her.
So the chief of staff is not the woman that Kenny ran into.
What's that?
That is someone. The chief of staff, the
Oh,
person
okay.
whose picture is on the desk, that's not the person Kenny ran into.
Oh, I thought that's what you were saying.
No, sorry. The chief of staff is the person who Kenny ran into, is not any of the people, of the 4 people in the picture.
Okay, so the chief of staff we didn't see.
Yes, you
We
didn't see the
saw,
chief of staff.
like a head aide.
Yeah, you saw one of her more senior.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna have fun intimidating someone. Oh well.
All right. Well, Jonas would like to move her to the desk and do everything he can to rifle through any of the drawers and stuff. See if you can find anything.
Yeah, so there's legislation for the only files that are on her desk are for House Bill 162. Inside of the desk, you see another one of those keychains, like you found during our first episode, that says "Dare to Dream." You also see a key, and it's just it's on the keychain. It's on the Dare to Dream keychain, and it looks like a fairly basic like locker key.
So I'm going to take a mental note of how the keychain is currently set up in the desk, so that I can recreate it after I, take it and then put it back. But I'm going to take the key and look for what, like the on the desk immediately.
You try it on everything in the room, and it doesn't fit anything in the.
It could be a subway locker.
That's a good idea.
I think we should perhaps remove it from the keychain.
On the key itself, are there any indication of where
It's like it's a master's like fairly normal lock.
Okay.
It doesn't look like how there's like really some keys. It doesn't look like a very nice lock. Like it goes to a very nice locker.
Okay. Anything else interesting in the desk?
Give me an investigation roll.
Can I assist, or can I investigate and he assist because I have proficiency?
Yeah, you can do
I
it.
also have proficiency.
Okay, you can do an
All right. I'm
investigation with
+4. How are you?
advantage.
+5.
Then I will assist you. You get advantage.
How does a nat 20 do?
A nat 20 sounds good to me.
All right. So you're looking around on her desk, and there's like a snow globe from Arches National Park. And you it's one of those like music box ones where you can turn it. So you're like, this seems like a good idea. So you just kind of gently turn it, but it doesn't make noise. It opens, and in the bottom you see another lock. This one, or another key. This one's significantly nicer. This one goes. This one is made of gold.
We're taking that.
Gold key. Nice. Anything in the immediate area that we might be able to put this in? See if we can figure it out.
Office door, maybe?
Nothing in here. No.
Okay. Sounds like we're stealing some keys. Anything else of immediate interest in
So
regards
you
to
also
subways?
see
Or...
on her desk is like a nameplate, and the nameplate says Ursula Anderson.
UA? And Allison Older is AU, huh?
Anything spider related in the office?
Nothing spider related in the office, no.
Okay. And so that's pretty much everything you find. You find the 2 keys, and then information on the house bill.
Yep.
And what specifically, just a general overview, is the house bill? Just
The house bill. So you take a quick second to look it over, and it's about rezoning. It's about rezoning a very small area in. It doesn't even.
A very small area where your audio keeps cutting out.
You're cut out.
Sorry.
No, still no audio.
No,
Now I can hear you again. Nope,
The
can't
house-
hear you at all.
It's very buggy. Again, professionals here at the Plaster Dragon.
Gotta love the dorm internet. Better now?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry guys. So it's about rezoning a small area in Arizona, which is her home state, which like doesn't seem like it should be federal. It seems like it should be more of a small change thing. But she wants to rezone an area to be park.
To be what?
To become a new national park.
Okay.
And it like and so it's a very like, it's not a bill that's going to get a lot of national news because she wants to make the nation's smallest national park.
Can we
It's
take down
only
the
gonna be-
information about where that spot specifically is? Okay.
Yeah. So you take down the information. It's like an hour outside of Phoenix. It's an hour outside of Phoenix. The area that she wants is about the size of a block. She wants to make the nation's smallest national park because it's home to a special species of spider that is on the critically endangered list. And so she is trying to make a reserve for the spider that only kind of lives in one very small area.
Gotcha.
There's your spider-related stuff.
Yeah, there it is. Right. I think that's pretty much all the information we can get from here. I won't be able to get into the office door beyond into Allison's office. It's best to get out of here as quickly as we can. I can turn you invisible though, Jonathan, so you can get out of here without any issue.
I would greatly appreciate that.
Now, keep in mind it only lasts an hour, so you may want to.
Yes,
Make
I will
it
leave.
quick.
I will leave immediately and meet you outside.
Yeah, okay. So you make Jonathan invisible, and then you head on out, you head back to kind of the back area where the janitors are. And on your way down, one of the two janitors give me an insight check.
I've
I
got
can try.
proficiency with it.
I do too.
I'm at a +4.
+6.
Go for it.
Advantage?
Yeah, because there's two of you. I'll give you
Nat 20.
Ooh.
Hey!
Okay. So you make your way down and you're about to leave when you see that that there are like lockers kind of down here, and the lockers are all Master's brand, which is like a very common type of locker, but it catches your eye because one of the two
We've
keys
got
that you
that key.
stole was a Master's key.
Is there a locker number on the key itself? Are we that lucky?
No, there is not.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
How many lockers are there?
There are there are 6 lockers.
Oh, it's not bad.
All right. Carmen, you want to keep watch? I'm going to try and see if we can find a match.
I can do that.
And we'll proceed to attempt to find the match.
Okay. I'm guessing you're just gonna go and do all of them.
Yep.
It's actually like if you were reading left to right, they're all like the long and skinny kinds of lockers. They're about this wide, so a little bit wide, just barely wide enough for a person, and taller. And it's actually the first locker if you're reading from left to right. If you were trying it in a different order, it might not have been the first one you tried, but it's the first locker from left to right. And you open the locker door, and there are stairs leading down.
There's the rabbit hole.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to close the door and relock it, and I think we need to find everybody and see where this goes.
Yeah, that might be for the best.
All right. So we'll lock it up and then head outside and hopefully try and make contact with Kenny and Sarah.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that you probably said, like, all right, this is where we're going to meet up when we're all done before you started, because that seems like a smart thing to do. So you all.
And so you thought we would do that?
Yes. No. I'm crediting you with
That's absolutely what we did.
It's like the nearest Starbucks. You all meet at the closest Starbucks. Branding.
Oh no, there are two
sponsor.
equidistant. Oh, damn it. Starbucks!
Everyone ends up at one Starbucks, and Jonathan ends up at the Starbucks that is equidistant, but the opposite direction from the one that the rest of you are at. And you're like,
dang it, Jonathan!
Specific. So it's like, I thought you meant closest by distance, not necessarily by. Sorry, but eventually you all make it to the same. At the same time, even it's very. And you're able to kind of reconvene and talk about what you found.
All right, we share all the info.
We
I don't know if we need to like meta it.
We point out the picture to everybody that the chief of staff is this dark elf here.
Mm-hmm.
So that we've now
We found stairs in a locker.
We've got 3 of the 4. One of them's dead. We got to kill the other ones, but
We didn't piss anybody off by spilling coffee on them.
some of us took damage from a door, but
Damn doors.
It's always the door.
My nemesis,
It is.
doors.
Doors.
doors of evil.
But I think the next step is we investigate those stairs.
I think so.
Can we take a short rest while we are discussing all of this?
Yeah, you can take a short rest while you're discussing all of it.
In that
While you're
case,
coming up with a plan.
Kenny, would you
What's
like to
the
sing
plan?
to us while we all sit here and discuss things? Perhaps
Sure.
a restful song of some sort.
A restful song? Hmm.
Does
So that's
Kenny
the
know
plan.
anything like that?
He does, and he's going to sing it for you right now.
Yeah, Yeah,
Song
yeah.
of Rest is a standard bard thing, isn't it?
it is.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, does any of Kenny's songs actually give rest? That's what I'm getting at.
Home on
I
the
gotcha.
range.
No, Kenny has to sing.
Oh.
Kenny?
Yeah. I'm gonna do When the Sun Goes Down. Because when the sun goes down, we'll be grooving when the sun sinks down. Over the water, everything gets hotter when the sun goes down.
All right.
Lovely.
And
So,
And I'm going to expend a second hit die because that first one and the Song of Rest didn't quite do enough for me.
oh no.
Yeah, well. However, that
just
second...
so you remember, the Song of Rest is a D8. Or
Oh,
no,
it's
it's not. It's a D6. I
It's a
lied.
D6, yeah.
No, I lied. Yeah, it's a D8 like next level or something like that.
However, the second hit die is enough for me to
Okay,
get back to full.
I keep on forgetting
excellent.
that Inspiration dice and Song of Rest dice are not the same.
Which is unfortunate because that would be easy to remember. So are you heading back to the Longworth office building before the night ends?
What time is it?
So after you rest, it's nearing dinner time. If you waited another hour, the office building would be closed and it would be just janitorial staff in there.
So we could
Oftentimes-
easily get in.
Yeah.
And they
see
can
what
just
you're
Oftentimes
disguise
the-
themselves as janitors.
Yeah.
And you
Well, I
can
mean,
the
we'd
new
just
hire.
be, yeah.
No, I mean Kenny and Sarah because they don't have janitor outfits.
Right, and then you can
Mhm.
be. We could disguise you in as the new hire, and we'll get you
Well,
set up or something.
With the short
Yeah,
rest, my wild shape is back. So
Oh,
Or if you don't want to waste it,
But yeah, let's not.
I can make you invisible.
Yeah, let's not waste any more wild shapes. We
Okay.
might be needing them.
I can make you invisible, and it's only coming from my lute or coming from my guitar, so
Okay.
I still have my full other range of spells.
that works.
Perfect.
Invisible it is.
This is the plan.
Okay. So you head back in. I'm gonna have everyone give me a stealth. So every single person is
Missed.
gonna roll
Missed what you said there. You cut out.
She wants everyone to have a
Alright.
stealth check.
stealth, please. Yeah.
Okay.
it's, 13 from Jonas.
Okay.
15 for Carmen.
Okay.
9 from Kenny.
I'm
Okay.
invisible,
Of course.
so I get advantage,
You do. Yes.
which
That
is
is
I
how-
told you
good
before this
because
started.
the second die that I
Okay.
pulled out was the better one. It's a 20. It would have been a 7.
That's good. Okay.
Thanks for the
26.
invisibility, Kenny.
26. Okay, you just barely squeak by because you just needed
Thank
What?
you, Sarah.
3 successes. So you sneak in and no one's really paying attention. And you do it in such a way where a few people go in at a time. You stagger your entrance, and you make your way in. You go to the locker, and once again Jonas opens it, and it's got a stairway that leads down into blackness.
Okay.
Are you gonna give yourself light?
Do you still have a dead phone we can cast light on?
No, but I have an actual phone that will produce light. as long as nobody tries to cast anything on it, and I just give Kenny the worst glare.
Yes, yes.
My phone is turned
Kenny
off,
will
by
just-
the way.
Yeah.
Kenny will just
So
cast
I-
light on his guitar and have
All
it
right,
glow.
so Kenny casts light on his guitar and he holds it out like a torch, a beacon of country hope.
Oh God.
And you go down the stairs. I mean, they're it's clean cut marble. And you find yourself in just a downstairs locker room. There are 4 lockers just kind of sitting there. A bunch of there's some like showers to like one side, and there's a few benches. Like it just looks like your average locker. And then there's on the other side of a doorway, just a closed door.
Can I try to? Oh, can I try to pick the lock of the lockers?
Yeah. So give me a lockpick check for the first locker.
That's a natural one.
Ooh.
Okay. So you're picking the lock and your lockpicks break.
Oh, that's good.
And so unless you have like a backup pair, or if you're using like hairpin backups, which would have you at a penalty.
Can she get them out of like the hole? Or are they broken
yeah,
off
you can get most of the pieces.
I will cast Bending on the lockpicks and fix them.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow it. But that
you.
first one, there's still a tiny. You got your lockpicks; they're mostly intact, but there's still a small sliver of your lockpicks that's in that lock. You don't think you're getting into that one.
I'm gonna try again on another one.
Okay, roll again.
And none of these lockers look like the gold key goes to them, do they?
None of them look like they're gold to them.
I never remember my my thieves tool is my dex plus my proficiency.
Mm-hmm. Unless you took expertise in thieves tool, in which case it would be double proficiency. Can't remember for sure.
Yeah, I have expertise.
Okay, then you do double your proficiency.
Okay, so it's plus 10, so 29.
29. Okay, the second one, like clockwork, and it opens. And inside is a small folder with some notes and some gym clothes.
Okay.
Do you open the notes?
Yep.
Okay, so the notes are detailed, almost scientific papers on affecting plants and affecting sentient and non-sentient plants. It includes a bunch of dates and kind of like experiment number, and it's all meticulously planned out, very well kept track of.
Did you say plant or
yes,
plan?
Plant, as in plant.
We fought some awakened plants and some like sentient plants earlier on. That makes sense.
I'm gonna give the paper to Jonathan.
Jonathan, as you're skimming through each of the entries, each of the experiments numbers 1 through 5, all correspond with days when people went missing.
It seems like these lockers are kind of important, and I feel like it's going to be noticed that we were here since the keys are going to be missing, and we're not going to go put them back. Anybody mind if I do some damage to that first locker that she couldn't get into?
Go for it.
Go for it.
So Jonathan walks over and casts his Primal Savagery cantrip, which will allow him to... You see his fingernails elongate, and he just kind of carves along the lock, and you see acid ooze out of his fingertips, and he does 2d10 acid damage to the lock.
Okay.
Remind me not to
So the
piss
lock, the lock melts away.
And I'm going to check out this locker.
All right. So this locker includes very similar, in different handwriting, but similarly meticulous notes on oozes.
Oozes. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We
Like one of the
fought
fountains.
one
Was
in
the thing we
the
fought an
fountain.
ooze?
The thing you thought wasn't.
All right.
So I feel it's important that we check the rest of these lockers.
So we
I'm gonna
Because
How
I'm
long
gonna
does your
continue.
acid hand last there?
It's a
Jonathan?
cantrip. I can cast it as many times as I want.
I say we do damage to these things.
yeah, don't risk your lockpicks there anymore. Let him just
So
slice open these
I'll
damn
just
things.
scorch the.
That's okay.
I'll scorch the next two.
Okay, so you scorch the next two, and the second one is a strategy file on getting
Getting what?
summer approval.
Summer
That's all.
approval. Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of all it says. A lot of it's kind of like not language you super well understand.
Is anything written in Sylvan on that file?
The entire file is.
Jonas would like to take some real good long looks at that one.
We're
Mm-hmm.
just taking it with us, so you can study it at your leisure later.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like the precursory glance says summer approval.
It could
Got
be
it.
for House Bill 162. That could be their plan for getting this thing approved. And while Sarah is investigating the last locker, can I just use my acid fingers to scrawl across the lockers themselves, "You've been bad"?
Yeah.
Okay. Jonathan's going to engage in some psychological warfare.
I like it.
And the final locker has a bunch of burner tech. It's got 6 different cell phones, 2 different laptops. None of them super duper nice. Like the cheapest laptop you can find, the cheapest Nokia phone.
I'm gonna take those laptops.
Let's
Okay.
take it all, yeah.
Yep.
Loot
I'm
the
gonna
bodies,
throw
loot
it in
all the
my
bodies.
I'm gonna throw it in my backpack.
Okay, yeah, you do that.
All
We're
Is
right.
gonna
there anything else of note in this locker room area?
The only thing in there's showers on one side, and then on the far wall, it's a closed door. It doesn't appear to be locked.
Have we investigated everything else in this room?
You can investigate the showers a little.
All right. I will assist Jonas there to give him advantage. Oh,
Yeah.
and you know what?
Okay.
Oh no, I'm not the bard. I forgot. I was gonna say, and I'll inspire him, and I went, oh wait, I'm not playing a bard in this one.
Sure.
I'm not
Wow.
playing a
Random
bard.
inspiration.
Hint,
Give out random
hint,
inspiration
hint.
die.
Nope. Ah.
Wow.
I gotta save my inspiration for when we need them in combat.
So while they're doing that, I'm gonna go check out the door. I'm gonna try and open it.
Yeah. So you open the door, and it leads to a hallway, that looks kind of familiar. And it's a longish hallway. And at the end of the hallway, there's another door.
I'm sorry.
Does it look like the hallway that was trapped in underneath the MLK Memorial?
As a matter of fact, it does look like the last hallway that you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go down that yet. Hurry up, guys.
Meanwhile, Kenny's just been watching the stairs to make sure no one else comes down.
Yeah. Okay. So far, so good.
At that point, if we continue forward, I would like to make investigation checks to see if I found traps.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Sure.
Oh, by the way, I got a total of 9 on the investigation for the showers.
Okay.
We
They
really
look
could use that inspiration.
They look like showers to you. Nothing super duper fancy. It also, like, you saw gym clothes. One of the, like, they're genuinely actually also using this for non-nefarious purposes. It's just you gotta mix in the nefarious.
All right. Sarah, what's your investigation?
It's I'm sorry, +4.
+4. All right. I'll assist her in looking for the traps so that she can have advantage.
All right, so check for so give me an investigation roll, Sarah, with a
That's 19, and no, that's not better. So 23.
23. Okay. You see a pressure plate. The entire like first step of the hallway is one giant pressure plate. You don't know exactly what it would lead to, but you know to step away.
Okay, so can I try to I don't know the word, but to
Disarm it?
put it out? Yeah,
Disarm
disarm it.
Yeah, you can give me a roll to disarm it. Give me a thieves' tool.
Okay. So 23.
23?
Yep.
Okay. So you use there's a panel next to the pressure plate. And you can kind of see that they're connected. And so you go to the panel and you mess around with it for a few minutes. And as you're messing around, the pressure plate goes down without you putting any weight on it, stays down.
I think we're all good here.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Definitely could have used you back in that tunnel that we found you in.
Or we could have taken our time and not run blindly down the hallway.
Hey! I'm just gonna go down the hallway.
Okay, so you go down the hallway, and the rest of the hallway is fine. And as you go the rest of the length of the hall, and you go into the next room, and it's that third room you entered. That room, the one with that really nasty ooze, and it's still got the remains of your battle. It hasn't been entirely. The fountain is still cracked in a place. There's still kind of drips of acid that have burned away at the floor. They definitely haven't gone.
All right, so from where we're at, so we recognize the fountain.
Mm-hmm.
Which of the two pathways did we come down from?
So you came down from the east.
Was there like the stairs leading up when we originally explored?
Yeah, so there's now that you're in this room, you can see the stairs that led up.
Which were the stairs that we did not go up before.
Yes, they were the stairs that you did not go before.
Let's go up
Hang
the
on
stairs.
a sec. Is that the only thing that we haven't explored through here? Is those stairs?
No, there's
Sure.
so there's this room, then there's another hallway, the hallway that you had to close your eyes to get through. And that led to the kind of the temple-y looking room where you were with Sarah. And that room also had stairs.
That led down farther, like deeper in, right?
No, they led up to the
So all of the stairs lead up?
I could have sworn there was some stairs down and we were like, we didn't want to go deeper in.
So the stairs that led down deeper in is the hallway.
Is what?
Is the hallway you came out of.
Just now.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you when you originally were going this last time, if you had continued deeper, you would have found yourself.
Okay. So there is only the one set of stairs up that we have not yet explored, correct?
There are two sets of stairs up that you haven't explored.
Okay. That's what I was
There's
trying.
one. Yeah, there's one that
There's
goes up.
There's one here.
Yep. From the ooze room, and then there's one from.
Let's go up.
Up which one?
Yeah, I say we go from the ooze room.
Up from the ooze room?
Up from the ooze room?
Yeah.
That's fine to me.
Okay, so you find yourself.
All right.
Sorry?
I was gonna say, before we go up, can we look around and see if there was any place where we could have used the gold key in this room?
There is not anything
Okay.
that So you go up. And you find yourself in the basement, in another basement. And you kind of go up the stairs of this in a concert hall kind of. It's smaller. It's not like any of Kenny Brown's, but it's got like rose pictures, and it's kind of that theatery vibe.
Completely empty.
Completely empty right now.
Still looking for traps.
You don't see any.
Okay.
Would I recognize this concert hall? Like, is it a?
Yeah. So, you have a concert here, coming up fairly soon. It's the Daughters of the American Revolution concert. It's not huge, but it's in downtown, and that's kind of it's close to the action.
Sorry, you're cutting in really, really bad.
Sorry. Maybe we need to end this stream.
Yeah, it's like half of everything you say just goes away.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not happening to anyone else. Otherwise, I would say it was like the stream itself. But I hear
No,
everybody
I'm
else
sure.
fine.
I'm sure it's my internet. I don't know how to.
Well, I'll talk to you about that later, but
It's okay. Next time I'm going to please.
Whatever you say.
yes, whatever that was, we agree.
But I mean, New Scary Basement is probably a pretty good place to.
Yeah.
So maybe we should do
Let's do the drawing.
Yeah, do a giveaway.
All right,
Do a
so
giveaway, wrap
subs,
it up, and
if you would be so kind as to give us a winner. Well, subs is, I mean, he's probably gonna wait like 10 seconds for that audio to actually hit his ears. I should have just typed it in, but I did not.
Like I did.
Oh, did you like type it in a private message or something?
Yes.
See, I can't because my whole Discord is taken up by the video call.
It is fun.
Oh, he's saying he
Says
doesn't have access yet.
to it.
He should.
Again, we're so professional here at the Plastic Drafting. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around.
But okay.
So you typed it in, right?
Let me look, because I definitely added him.
But you typed in the word, yeah?
Let me go and look on, because well, I closed Nightbot because I gave him access, and I was like, you take over. Let me see if it saved. No, it's not there anymore.
I would do more announcing, but no one can hear me. So Firehawk should do some talking.
Oh yes, because that's what everybody wants to hear.
Talk about our stream.
Let's see, active users should just be people who are active in the chat, right?
Right.
All right, so I'm gonna just switch it to active user, and do it that way, and we'll just keep going until we get someone that's not a mod. How's that?
Turn off mods and you won't get a mod.
I just have it as active user, but I don't see a way to say not mods.
Fine.
I can. I'll do it here.
Again, pros.
It's teamwork.
So good at this. This is our first ever giveaway. We're so excited to be giving you stuff.
Oh well, the Nightbot doesn't like Tyrannosaur.
Good
But good
lord.
thing we do.
Yeah, what is he spamming?
I don't even know.
Oh, he was probably spamming the word shopping. So someone must have set it up somewhere. I don't know what
That's
happened.
weird.
Watch for the new Fiasco playset, Twitch stream ownership, coming in a couple weeks.
Yeah, no, we're gonna write that playset.
It's the
And it
Twitch
will
streamer Fiasco playset.
Active in chat.
That's
So,
right. So
there we go. We've got 4 people now that we could give it away to.
type
Everybody
something
start
in so that
typing.
type something in so that we know that you're there. So Astro, type something in. Nitro, Wolf, if you guys are still there.
Yep, you have to
You're
be
not
active in
forgotten.
chat, and we'll give it away here in a few minutes.
I'm seeing 16 viewers.
Active. Type something if you want to win dice.
Nope.
They're there. No,
Nitro's
it
Big
won't
Mike,
be
isn't it?
active.
That Big
It
Mike.
is.
Atavistics, did you type? Yep, you did.
I did, but I don't need to win.
Oh man, no, you guys win constantly.
we were actually talking about that on the. We were like, we're gonna have the atavistic.
It's going to be another Utah.
Okay, so how do we see who else is active in the chat room? I mean, I can see like who's posted, but how do we see who's online?
I'm looking at it right now, and anytime somebody new says something, it pops up. So I have it set up so that mods are not eligible.
And Kazuki and Jacob, you guys can type things into the chat as well. You are eligible. So if you
Well,
type
I'm
into-
from Canada, so I don't think you will send it to me.
Is Canada? Well, yeah, I guess that is international. I
Yeah.
mean, it is international, but I didn't think that it would be like as bad as shipping overseas.
It's quite bad shipping in Canada,
Oh,
I
is it?
think.
Okay.
It is.
I think.
It's too bad I didn't still have that customer in Toronto that I was going to, because I would just carry it over the border and then mail it from within Canada. But
The lengths we go to for our fans.
that's right. Jacob, are you gonna get in there or no?
Nah.
Okay.
Well, if we don't get anybody else, I guess I'm going to go ahead and see who wins it.
Do it. Do it.
Rainy keys!
There you go.
Woo, Rainy, you won.
Thank you.
So Rainy,
My favorite
Maya, do you have
team.
Rainy's address already?
I do have Rainey's address already.
Okay, so I will get your
'cause
address.
I was a stalker.
I will get your address from Maya, and we will be sending you these lovely dice. Am I holding them up good? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
Congrats to our very first winner. Da-da-da.
If I had confetti poppers, I would be popping them.
And this is
Oh,
normally
she
the place.
changed her address. So
Oh,
I
well,
don't actually have her address.
Then you can't win. Sorry. All right. Send me the new one. We will send you some dice. This is normally the part where our DM would wrap up the stream for us, but she's having really bad audio difficulties tonight, which is one of the reasons why we stopped before midnight. So thank you all for tuning into Web of Lies. We'll be back again in 2 weeks, and you will see more amazing Kenny Brown singing and hijinks, and the rest of us will just try to stay out of his way. Coming up in
Sounds about
2
right.
days, Sunday night at I'm trying to. What time is it Sunday? You have the
That's
schedule,
the
Maya.
handy dandy little notes down there.
Is it 9?
You're the one that made the schedule. Let's look. Yes, 9 p.m. Eastern is our
I think
next
everything's 9.
episode of Drunk and Dread. We are going to be on a space station, and bad things are going to happen to people because it's Dread. So tune in and watch people tell this story where all of their decisions are made by pulling blocks from a Jenga tower. And they can avoid pulls from the Jenga tower by taking shots of alcohol. However, please drink responsibly. So we'll see you guys Sunday night on Drunk and Dread. Have a great night, everybody.